Very, very important to us because all but 2 crops that we grow gets started here in the greenhouse. And we essentially, what we do, we start up our operation in February, and essentially we select our seeds, and all of our seeds, as I said, are certified organic. We have certified organic potting soil, and we use these beautiful flats that are made from a company right here in North Carolina called, it's actually a subdivision of Van Wingerden. Most of you know who they are. They have a company, I forget the name of it, but I want to just point out these planting flats because it's very, very innovative design. They have these slots on one side here that are ventilation slots, and they help the drainage. And when I get down, I'll show you the plants. They help to encourage root growth straight down instead of around the inside of the cell. So what we do is we fill the cell up with soil, and we create dimples in the soil with this little dimpler. Hold that for me. And then to seed it, we use this vacuum seeder. So essentially what happens is we put the seeds here, and for those of you who are close, you can see that there are holes in the tray here. And we put our seeds on here, just a small number, maybe 100, 150 seeds. And when we turn the vacuum on, it creates a suction. And so we just kind of slide the seeds along, and as the seeds are sliding along, 1 or 2 seeds get sucked into each hole. And the vacuum holds it. And then we take this and turn it right over the tray and release the vacuum, and the seeds just drop into the cells, and then we cover it with soil. So essentially plant 1 tray at a time. It's very, very easy. These are real, and we plant out this year over 5 million plants this way. That's a lot of manual production, but that's how it's done. And they all come in and they go on these tables. And the other nice thing about this greenhouse, you can see that these tables roll in order to create more efficiency of our space. So we only have essentially 1 aisle in the entire greenhouse, and we move the aisle by rolling the tables. And the other thing about this greenhouse is it's fully automated. The irrigation system is fully automated. It's right now set to irrigate starting at 10 a.m. And the irrigation goes on each table for 1 minute. It's a spray, and it just goes automatically down the greenhouse, and then it comes on at 11, 12, 1, 2, and 3. So 6 1-minute cycles a day. And the heating system, in this case ventilation system, is all controlled by a computerized device that keeps the temperature range between 75 and 80 degrees. Unless it's super hot out, it'll adapt to the outside temperatures. But what it does is essentially turns these ventilation fans on while the back windows open at the same time, so airflow can move through when it's over 80, and when it's under 75, it actually closes the windows, turns the vent off, turns the circulating fans on inside, and turns the heaters on. So it's automatically controlled, and then it controls the humidity as well. So growing herbs in a greenhouse like this is very, very tricky because you can get so many pathogens that occur in a greenhouse, from fungus to algae growth to white flies to aphids. And you know, we've had, our biggest problem is something known as damping off, which is a fungal condition, and a very destructive fungal condition. So we've had to really pay very close attention to the damping off environment in our greenhouse. Anyway, 5 million plants get planted. This is the last sequence. This is the 5th and final planting. We just started it. And now I'm going to walk you down to the hoop frames, which is where we harden off the plants before they go out into the fields, and show you actually how we do that and how we, thank you, how we,
before you put that back, how do you get the plants out of there?
How do we, it's all by hand.
We'll show them.
Yeah.
You just pull them
Oh, out of the cell?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you right down
And
here.
is that sassafras growing over here?
No, those are figs.
Figs.
Yeah, Rick's Italian.
one doing it right.
Yeah, it's hard to walk with it on. We just had this system have a whole bunch of rewiring done this year. Now it's on down to the
Several of the greenhouses, smaller ones.
In the greenhouse.
We've got the
What
trash.
happens is they need to come out, finish growing, and so we can start another planting cycle in the greenhouse. And while they're continuing to grow out in the spring, they're actually acclimating to new environments, different environments than the greenhouse, more natural environments. So that's what's going on here. These are echinacea plants, and these are getting ready to be put out. It was all echinacea. The last crop came out was echinacea. So, very good. So what we do when we're ready to plant out, we need to be sure, A, that the plants are well watered because they're going to go out into the soils, and if the soils are too dry, that's not so good. So we water the plants, and then we put them on this, we assemble this, we built this device. It's really simple, but it works amazingly well. And you just put you mount your planting flat on it, and hold it right into it, you can see. And just put it over, and just do that. And that essentially lifts the cells up halfway, as you can see. And so when the guy, can you see how they're lifted?
Yeah.
When the guys are on the tractor, it makes it really easy to pull out these cells, very nicely like this, and plant them right in. And you can see how, I was talking about the roots going straight down. Now you can see the roots are nice and wide, real healthy looking roots. And I attribute that to these planting trays. In fact, these are great for the environment too, because this is the 10th year we're using these. And typical planting trays only last for about 2 years. So they cost more, but they're so much more environmentally sensitive.
What is this used for, this plant?
This is echinacea. And I'm going to tell you, we're going to go to a whole field of echinacea in bloom now. And I'm going to tell you all about it in a little bit. So I'll reserve that for just a little bit. Any questions on this phase of the growing cycle? Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go on a little walk. We're going to cross the bridge, cross Cathy's Creek, and go into one of the fields where we'll see Chinese skullcap, valerian, and echinacea growing. Okay? So just follow me. And you're welcome to walk into the hoop frames or around them, whatever you wish. The next stage of production is to harden off the plants before they go out into the field. And in the case of our operation, we actually encourage the final stage of growth before they go out into the field. So when they're ready to go out, the plants will look like this. And now's the time to get them ready to emerge from, how do we get them out of the tray? So we built this device here, which is a very simple device. And these flats just kind of mount in this device. And we just put it over like that and just step on it. And when we do that, the cells pop out halfway or loosen up. And they're kind of wet right now, but if I want to get it hard, they would pop out very easily, so they actually slide out like that. And you can see how beautiful the root structures are, nice and straight and white, and these are just ready to go into the soil. They're fully irrigated, and so they can just plug them right into the soil. That's why we call these a plug. That's what happens. Yeah.
What plant is that?
This is Echinacea purpurea. All of what you're seeing all around. This is our last plant to put out.